Hey, what's up, everyone? I had my latest appointment with Dr.Mathias at Three Bridges in Vancouver. He screened me for depression and anxiety, which was very mild. So yeah, that was a really quick appointment. I didn't really do much. We talked about my parents' history with mental health and my history with mental health. Let's get into depression first. When I was in grade 7, I started to get depressed. I struggled with self-harm. I didn't tell anybody, of course. Then my parents found out, and then they took me to a counselor, and I talked to a counselor. It didn't really do much, but it was nice to have someone to talk to. And then in grade 10, I was getting so bad that I wanted to go on Prozac, so I did, and it worked great. It helped immensely. Before the Prozac, I would sleep in my bed all day, and I would take so many naps, and I wouldn't try, and I lost interest in everything I liked, and I would sit on my laptop all day long, and it wasn't good, and the only way to get rid of my depression was to sleep it away, and that's why I slept so much. Depression sucks, and it felt like a static. It felt like it felt stale, it felt dry, it felt trapped, it felt like there were weights chained to my ankles and weights chained to my wrists, and I moved a little, and then I just felt like shit, and I felt empty, and I felt nothing except like TV static. It's this horrendous muted feeling that you get, and it stops you from doing everything, and it ruins everything, and it's terrible. And if you have depression, you need to go get help, because your life will be so much better if you try and fix it. Even if you're just talking to someone about your problems, about the way you feel, or keeping a journal or something, things help, and you need to find an outlet to put your feelings into, you know what I mean? After I started Prozac, everything got better. I was on 20 milligrams for a year, and then they bumped me up to 40 because the effects started to wear off, and it started to not work as well. And then I was on 40 for a year, and that helped. It was great. I was fine for those 2 years. I was great. I was feeling good. I was doing my schoolwork. I was going to the gym. I was getting back into things that I wasn't into for a long time. It was great. And then I stopped a year ago in April, because I felt fine. So I was like, oh well, I'm not going to take them anymore. I'll be fine. And then a few months ago, I started to get depression again. I started to go back to my old feelings. I felt trapped, and I felt like a robot, and I felt kind of static, and I wasn't feeling good. And I think it's because my job was definitely not the right place for me to be in. It was not the right work environment for me. There were too many people to try and pass to. There were too many people to correct when they got the wrong pronouns or misgendered me or whatever. There were too many people. Too much. It was too much for me, and it brought on a lot of anxiety, which I've never had before. It brought back depression, which I haven't had in 3 years, and it was just not good. It was not good. And then I quit a few weeks ago, and ever since then I have been feeling excellent. I have been feeling great since then. I don't feel trapped. I feel more confident. And I feel more confident in my transition and in my masculinity now that I'm not there, because I didn't identify as male there because it was too hard. I couldn't wear a binder and do the physical activity that they needed me to do, because I was in the back room and I would have to climb ladders and put boxes up, and I couldn't wear a binder doing that. So I presented as female, and it was terrible, and I forgot half the time that I presented as female, and then when they call me like she and stuff, I would feel so uncomfortable, and then I would feel like disgusting, and I don't know. That job was just not good. But yeah, so I started taking Prozac again because I want to feel great and I want to make progress. Another thing that I have severely is anger. I am so angry, it's sick. I'm so angry that there are 3 holes in my walls right now from kicking and punching my walls, which is terrible because, like, I don't want to be angry. Being angry is worse than being depressed almost. Being angry is just terrible because you're happy and you're doing great, and then all of a sudden, fucking bam! And you feel terrible and you want to hit things and you want to punch people and you want to fucking scream, and your blood pressure rises and you get all hot and angry, and oh my god, I'm getting angry just thinking about being angry right now, and it's anger is really bad. It's hard to control. It's hard to calm yourself down. It really takes a toll on your mental health, to be honest. It's not good. It's not very good. But I talked to Dr.Mathias about my anger, and he said that the Prozac should help it. It should make it less severe, less, you know what I mean? Less, it should make me less irritable and everything, so I'm back on Prozac because of that. I'm hoping that it'll help because I really don't want to be angry anymore. I don't feel good about it. It makes me feel terrible because I get mad and angry at the people I love, and I don't mean to, and they feel shitty about it, and I want to be a better brother and a better boyfriend and a better son, and I just can't if I'm like this, and I need to fix it, you know what I mean? And I'm on the way to fixing it. Anxiety. I never really had any until my job, and then I started getting anxious about my job, and I would be anxious from the second I knew I had a shift to the second I would go to my shift, and I would make myself believe that I was sick so I wouldn't have to go to my shift because I was so anxious. It wasn't good. I hope it doesn't continue because I don't like it and I don't want to be anxious. Depression and anger is enough. Oh boy. I had the biggest panic attack of my life ever at the vape lounge like a month ago. I felt sick, I felt hot, I felt sweaty but cold, and mind you, Vancouver is like an hour and a half away from where I live. So I had to like get really high and then bus all the way home, which was not good. I felt sick and then I left, and then there was a homeless woman asking me questions, asked me for some weed, asked me for some change, and then told me to go to an ATM because I didn't have change, and I'm sitting there like, no. And then I slowly walked away from her because she was scary. At that point I didn't think she was real. Walking down the street, everything was so loud, it was disgusting. I was scared that she was gonna come back and shank me. It wasn't a good day, that wasn't. So I'm not going there anymore, because it is clearly not good for me. It is not the right environment for me to be smoking in, and I know that now, and I am not taking a risk with having another panic attack. My depression is definitely getting better. I haven't been depressed in a long time. I got a little tinge of it a while ago, but it's getting better. And my anger is full force right now, but I'm trying to help it, and my anxiety is there, but it's not severe. It was only severe at the vape lounge, and I'm hoping that with my pills it'll straighten it out. But yeah, also, if you guys have like anything that you need to like talk about, like, you can totally like hit up my Ask Box on Tumblr. I have one specifically for transgender related things. It's transgenderteen.tumblr.com, or you could message me here. I don't care. Find some way to contact me because I will definitely try and help you in any way that I can. I've been there, and I've been depressed, and I've been anxious, and I've been angry, and I feel ya. Anyways, this has been a long video. I hope it helped some people. I don't know how it would. I didn't really give any advice, but hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in a while.